is Rodney. I am from the pOedGamerQuehegan YouTube channel, and today I want to do a video over stocking stuffers. We are getting closer to Christmas, and sometimes this gets hard to know what to get for the board gamer in your life. The games I've got here are pretty small, go into a stocking. Most of them are very cheap, but they're not just bad games, they're actually pretty fun games also. First is a game by Steve Jackson Games called Zombie Dice. This is pretty much this is all it is. Everything is contained within this tube. It is pretty much, it doesn't actually have the instructions inside. It's just some dice and some rules. It's just a press your luck game. You roll the dice, see how many brains you get. Yeah, whoever gets to, I think it's 15 brains first wins. And it's pretty much, it's a quick little game. This is actually, and I've actually used this because it's pretty much between, I think it was, I'm not sure how many people could play. I mean, you could play a large multiplayer game, but I generally play it 1v1, and like if I have a 3 or 4 player game and the turns are longer, I've actually played this in between during other people's turns. Another game I have is called Cthulhu Dice. Everything's contained in this little package here. It's just a box. I don't have it anymore, but it's basically a custom die. It's probably 2, 4, 5, 12 D12s. It's a 12-sided die. It's custom, different symbols on it. You got the instructions that tell you what each symbol does, and it has these little glass beads with it also, but those aren't very, I mean, you can really replace those with whatever you want, but pretty much you just roll a die. They're sanity markers. Once you lose all your sanity, you're out of the game. So everybody can lose the game also. This is a pure luck game, but it's something that if you're waiting on somebody to get there in 5-10 minutes, it's kind of a quick little game you can pull out and actually have some fun with. It's just kind of a ha-ha, I got you there. Also, if you don't like the small die, they do sell it in a very large, like, squishy die. And with it, for the sanity tokens, it comes with a bag of, let's get one out, a bag of rubber bands, or I'm not sure whether they used to sell these things that kids would wear, but in the shape of Cthulhu. So it's kind of if you like to get the bigger version. Okay. Another item, it's not really a game, but it's something that a lot of times, like, who do you want to go first, blah, or things like that. It's a decision die. It's just one die, and it just, when you roll it, there's just different things on it. It says youngest, whoever it's pointing to, the roller, alphabetical by name, the owner of the game, or the oldest, or the different symbols on the sides. You roll it, whichever one comes up is the one that actually does whatever. It's like either goes first, or if you're something, select something at random. So it's the thing is, it's kind of funny to use. Some people like it, some people don't, but anytime somebody's like, hey, who wants to go first? I'm like, hey, just roll it, and pretty much that, everybody's kind of like, alright, cool. Okay, another game that I like, that some people have issues with this game, other people love it, but it's called Flux. I just have the Zombie Flux version here. It's a game, starts out really simple. You draw a card, you play one card, but the game changes. So one time you may draw 5 cards, play 3 with a hand limit of 1. So you draw 5 cards, you play 3 of them, discard down to 1 card. And the win conditions constantly changing, the rules constantly change. and it says it takes 10 to 40 minutes. Generally, most games I've played only last 20 minutes, but there was one game I played with 4 people, and it lasted 2 hours. And at the end of it, one person was like, "I'm tired of this." Within the Zombie Flux game, there's a condition that everybody loses if there's so many zombies on the field. He's like, "I'm tired of playing." He played that card, and everybody lost. So there's possible that it can get really long, but most of the time, most games I've played, it's 10, 15 minutes. Another little game I have is called Dungeon Raiders. It is a little game to where it's like a dungeon adventure. You take the deck and you have some of them turned face down, some of them turned face up, and they represent different rooms that you go into. Each person selects a different type of character, and you're trying to get as much gold as you can, and get different weapons. There's different rooms that go in, and depending on the order that you go in, and depending on what cards you play, the loot is different for each person. Very fun game. It says 1 to 5 players, and it's 20 minutes. 20 minutes is actually kind of a stretch. I've never had a game probably over 15 with this, but it's actually pretty fun if you're just for a time killer. It's Dungeon Raiders. Who made that? Adventureland Games. Another game here is just a really small, just another card game. Is called Gloom. Basically, the idea behind this is each person has a family. You try to make your family as unhappy as possible and then kill them off. Once you kill them off, you get that many points depending on how unhappy they are. But the thing is you can actually play happiness cards on your opponents. So it's kind of a reverse what you think, what you want to do. You want to make your own family unhappy and then make your opponent's families happy. There's an optional rule in the game that you have to role play everything. Like the reason, like why is this person getting unhappy? What's going on here? And it's like there's one character that he is just a brain. It's kind of like a brain in a jar, and his wife is the one that did that to him. And as I played a card that I think it was itching, and I said, well, he may be a disembodied brain or a head in a jar. Can't remember if it was just a head in a jar, but I said his body's actually somewhere alive, and he has chicken pox, and he's itching and he can't scratch. So you have to weave a story of why this person is being unhappy, because each unhappiness card has a reason on it. So it's actually pretty funny if you can weave a story about it, and by the end of the game you've got this family and it's just so much is gone wrong. But it's like, and then the other people's like, oh, you did this, like I'm trying to remember, I was playing a game once and somebody had played a card to, like, they were kicked out of the circus, I believe, and it made them really unhappy, and the next turn somebody played a card, well, yeah, you may have been kicked out of the circus, but you met your love of your life, and it made them happy. So those different aspects, like that, you're building a story, makes the game a lot better. And that's something I try to do. Is any type of game I play, I try to do a little bit of role playing and try to weave a story into it, which actually helps a lot within just the enjoyment of most people I've found. Last is this is a game by Keith Baker, and Atlas Games is the company that made Gloom. The last game here is by AEG, and it is called Love Letter. Pretty much there are, at this time, I don't know how many different versions of this game now. It says 20-minute playtime. It's generally not that long. You pretty much you wrote a love letter and you're giving it to people and you're trying to get it to the princess. It's a really quick, fun game. It's one of those games to where it's like, if you get eliminated, big deal, there's another game going to start in just a few minutes. So you're trying to just get your letter, and mine I don't have inside the bag because I have the cards sleeved, but there is this is the packaging for the game, so it's tiny, so it's a very good stocking stuffer. And after you get the game, you can actually put it in this felt bag, but where I sleeve my cards, it makes it a little bit harder to get them inside here, so I just decided to keep the box and put them in. But that's my choice for some stocking stuffer games for Christmas. If you like it, my list here, hit like and subscribe, and I'll be back here with another list shortly to talk about actual full-size games. But until next time.